Hello. This video is specifically for mental health care professionals on LinkedIn. I just wanted to invite you to check out the book that I just published, A Walk in My Shoes, A Journey into Depression. You helped write it. See, I started doing a podcast about a year ago, and a lot of the ideas for the podcast come from different areas. I need triggers, the good kind. And a lot of the triggers came from your posts, articles that you published, and they mix with my thoughts, my ideas on depression, and my own personal experiences. Um, I, like I say in the book, I'm not a psychiatrist, psychologist, therapist, or any profession that ends in ist. I'm just a guy who's been there and who may be there now. And it really struck me, especially when Twitch passed away, because I didn't have anything to add, or so I thought. And then someone published a post, "We don't know enough about depression." That's episode 24. And episode 24 is Understanding the Depression. So what I wrote is in my last episode, The Space Between Breaths, I mentioned Twitch, but I stayed away from the topic. What can I add to the conversation? As I say in my podcast, I'm not a mental health care professional with letters at the end of my name. I'm just a guy who has been there. What the hell do I know? An article post got me typing. It featured a smiling picture of Twitch and was, "I Still Don't Think We Understand Depression" by Dr. Jen Welter. I'm not picking on you, Dr. Welter. I read the questions and advice the post posed and realized that I do have something to add. I may even be able to make an impact. No, I'm not a mental health professional, but I'm a guy who's been there. I understand what I do know about depression, and I understand what I don't know about depression. Most importantly, I am learning what I need to learn about depression. Who am I? I'm Chris. Nice to meet you. Like I said, a lot of the articles were inspired by your posts. Like in this article, I go on about where I answer questions that she posed. Um, it's an unclinical approach, but it's an authentic approach. I'm able to articulate my thoughts and my feelings in a way that a lot of people I don't think can. I have a background in writing, I have a background in journalism. Not only have I been suffering from depression from very early age, I think the first onset was sometime in high school. I started writing at about that age as well. I have a degree in journalism from the University of Miami. Um, I'm a published author. um, I got some more books coming out. Have a lot of articles published. So I invite you to check out my book because a lot of issues that I found in the posts that that I see here on LinkedIn is that you really don't understand sometimes where the patient is coming from. Now, maybe I'm not talking to everybody because I've spoken to some professionals who are fantastic and they understood exactly where I was coming from. But then I read a lot of posts where I'm like, they're not getting it. Um, until you've walked in my shoes, I don't expect you to. It's the same way with my friends and my family. They don't understand my depression. How can they possibly understand such a distortion of reality? They try to grasp it from what they know. Their bad depressive days, like the death of a loved one. And I've experienced that. I actually just experienced that yesterday. So I do understand the depression like that, and it doesn't even come close to the clinical depression. I've read the books, I've read the papers. I have a minor in psychology, so I understand where you might be coming from as well, and that doesn't quite get there. So, but in my book, I tried to get there to explain it better, to help people with depression understand themselves better and to help them to explain it to their loved ones better. Um, so, like I said, I invite you to check out the book. Might be worth your time. Thanks a lot.